ready to form Voltron. Activate interlock. Mega thrusters are go. Let's go!
Yeah, motive is be what the fuck they told us we couldn't be. But know that there's police that's dumping off at the look of me. The mechanics had them wide like tucking a rat and hammer up in the back of the radio. Where all of my latest go. Still running to the pay. Jesse Owens shit. Metals get the swinging, so it's these you gotta go against.
These you gotta go against. G spitting common sense. Suffering sucker cash. The speed seemed innocent. Power in the land. Suckers in for rans. Causing scuffs and incidents. Street professor jab, hook, jab, uppercut. Arm, leg, arm, head, dom, bread, fat lady, a song red, total blackout, meth red, none better. Sports professor, boxing champs, KOs, and aviators. And the new boxing champions of the world. Clubber D86 Boxing, Skywalker Boxing Media, Papi Chunyeo, and the Sports Professor featuring Sky Zoo and Anno Domini Productions. Let's get it on, baby.
Yep. He muted himself.
Yo, what up, friends? Welcome back to Ball and Buds. Here, make sure that you subscribe. I didn't. Oh, okay. I see what's happening here. It was echo. Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to Ball and Buds Boxing Champs Fight Picks. Yes, we got a big week to review and a big weekend to talk about. And you know that I am joined by two of my most expertise of the boxing. These gentlemen know boxing like a pound for pound number one fight.
Uh-oh.
Here come the hammer.
Yeah. But I don't know, he's muted or the bad bandwidth.
Wait, it muted me again?
You're back now. You
muted me twice. I didn't even hit the button. All right. Last thing I was saying was we hope Josh from 86 Boxing and Skywalker Boxing Media can join us as well. But Skywalker has his kids ready to fight this week for Fight Week, so we are wishing them such good luck in their upcoming fights. He's doing a great job training his kids there. But let's talk about it with the three we have here. I am Omar, the Sports Professor Fonseca, joined by Clubber D, the Combat G, at Clubber D on YouTube, and Papi Chunyeo, at Papi Chunyeo on Instagram. Clubber D, how you feeling today, brother?
It's a nice, beautiful week. You know, we got boxing on a Friday, which is always good, and then you got a random fight with Tim Tszyu fighting tomorrow. Well, he fought today, actually, in Australia.
Yep.
Yeah, but no one cares. And you know, it's a good, fun-filled weekend. We're gonna finally see justice. Well, hopefully. For a certain person who's been moonlighting as a boxer lately. So,
well, that's a great as they call preview or forewarning, as they say, Clever D. So thank you for that. We are going to talk about what we think about this crazy matchup that we're going to see. Most boxing purists, like these two gentlemen here, will tell you they probably hate that shit, and most people probably will. But the spectacle and the money always rules in favor. Because why, Papi Chunyeo? Because cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money, dollar bills, y'all.
Yes, sir. Man, I can't believe it, bro. I cannot believe we gotta talk about that today. I can't believe we gotta go get in our expert bags and talk about something that don't seem like a real thing.
And because it wouldn't be a real show without the true intro for Papi Chunyeo, because I love it so much and need to hear it. Clubber D, who is he?
Well, you know, a lot of people wonder where he comes from. A lot of people wonder why he's here. A lot of people want to hush this man up. But you know, just close your eyes and just go heavy on a Papi, light on a Yayo, and then when you open your eyes, none other than Papi Chunyeo will be in front of you.
Yes, sir. Hey, listen, I can tell y'all right now, I got the answer. I came up out my mama, you feel me? Not from a test tube, because it seems like we got some test tube baby action happening this week. And we're going to get to it. Yeah, I see it.
Test tube baby action. Let's go. Let's hit some comments here. Shout out Rodolfo Rivero Jr. We appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Josh Taylor -Q5D, salute to you, friend. Rock Chalk, Clubber D and I's favorite true crime channel on YouTube. If y'all like true crime, definitely tap in with Rock Chalk. We appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for hitting that like button. Everybody, please hit that like button, whether watching now or on the replay. It helps everyone here in the algorithm as well. Make sure you do tap in with these this panel. Everybody that comes on in as well. Make sure you subscribe to Ball and Buds, BALLAND BUDS, handy QR code there on your right-hand side that will take you to all of the Ball and Buds, and as well the aforementioned Clubber D's YouTube is there as well. All right, gentlemen, do you have any news to start us off with? Poppy, we'll start with you.
I mean, just the big news out there was something, man, you know what? Nostradamus might have to go sit down for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to keep it real with you. You might need to be like, all right, Jay, you got it, man. You got it. No, but look, man, Crawford, Terrence Bud Crawford, you know what I'm saying? Multi-division, undisputed, world champion, overall great family guy, somebody who was good for the sport, someone who did the sport the right way. You know what I'm saying? He got it from the mud. You know what I mean? I mean, the dude, he the real Superman. Who you know gets to get shot in the head and drives themselves to the hospital. That should be like a movie on this dude. Like, we got a real Rocky. We don't need a fake one. You get what I'm saying? But my man decided to go ahead and retire, and that's something that I wish he had did immediately following the Canelo fight, because to give those type of fans any type of momentum to think they're going to get another shot at undoing that ass whooping that he put on him. Nah, bro, we don't need that. We don't need another round of that racist stuff that was happening. But what we do need to do is get this man his flowers right now. I know y'all ain't been doing it because y'all just wanted to see him, try to see if somebody could finally beat him. So give him his flowers. You know what I'm saying? Salute to him. Hats off. All of that. The retirement of Bud Crawford is something that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people gonna wish they had gave him his dues while he was here.
100%, 100%. And just to piggyback off that, you know, De La Hoya, you come out saying your little 2 cents, saying Bud only fought 2 people. Shut the hell up forever. What are you talking about? He's only fought 2 people. Second that, but De La Hoya, you're just mad that he's cool with Turkey. You don't like Turkey. This is the reason why I don't like boxing that much nowadays, or just the behind the scenes stuff of it, because it's like they're paid actors to hate for no reason. Okay, you act like Bud didn't try to fight everybody, but everybody at PBC was scared across the street. We all know this. Okay, Earl Spence ran for 5 years, so I don't want to hear that crap. Danny Garcia never really wanted to fight him. Then I actually saw a meme on there. Somebody was like, "Oh, he's hiding from Boots. Boots turned the fight down, so shut up." Like, I wish people knew exactly what they were talking about, or if there should be a timestamp on YouTube videos. If you click on a clickbait video, I need to know if you watched the whole thing or you just added your 2 cents without watching the whole thing, because you might learn the knowledge and you won't sound like a dumbass when you write in the comments.
Yeah, and I mean, it is a per se sudden announcement, right? But we also know that just recently he was demanded $300,000 to be paid to keep one of his title belts. I believe it was Suleiman, I believe.
ABC.
If I was wrong.
ABC. Suleiman.
What do we think about that bullshit? Like, what the why, and why are you the only one doing it? Clearly you're in the wrong if the other ones aren't doing it.
Yeah, you know, I don't want to beat up on him too much right now, because I definitely got something to say about him when we get to this later on. But you know what I'm saying, that there has been a lot of shady dealings in boxing, if we just keeping it a buck. And you know, it just seems like there's been people that have been they've had the ability to pay their way into rankings and things like that, and just kind of jump the line. So you know, that's probably going to be a theme about some of the stuff I'm going to be saying today, tonight on this podcast, about people, you know, being able to cut the line just because they got a little bit of bread, and it just nullifies the work of the people who've been doing since they were, you know, 5, 6, 7 years old even. So I'm definitely going to have something to say about him, you know, and I think, you know, as boxing fans, we definitely need to get behind the boxers and, you know, the stuff that they're trying to do with the Ali Act. But we'll get to it.
Yeah.
What do you have any thoughts, Clubber D, on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just Mauricio Suleiman. everyone knows WBC's been kind of crooked. And I know you say kind of crooked. How long was David Benavidez waiting to fight Canelo? And you know, he's fighting all these Joshes from UPS and Frank from Wegmans working dudes. You know what I'm saying? So like, you didn't care about that. You up the fee. Every belt, everyone knows you got to pay a sanctioning fee for those belts. But you decided to make it a higher fee, and the money was going to your program to help boxers out, your charity. So no, come on, I wouldn't have paid it either, because Bud's right. Like I paid each other belt the same amount. You can't. Who says you can just change how much I pay? And why are you in my pocket saying I'm making 50 million or whatever? Don't worry about how much I make.
Right? Why are you pocket watching?
Yeah, it's a trophy. All it is a trophy. Everybody knows he's undisputed. If you don't like it, then love it. So it is what it is.
I think that's the bigger part about it, is no matter what you try to do, whether it's fine him so he doesn't keep the belt or whatever, he proved to the whole world, in front of the whole world, that he was better than Canelo, and he's the undisputed pound for pound world champion, no matter what. And you know what? If he goes out on a high note and it's because of that bullshit, first of all, my first point would be, I hope that the boxing would do something to him. Maybe the other organizations kind of rally around WBC to not do that again, because obviously you're losing one of the best boxers ever. And B, you know what? Let him go out on a high note. Let him go out as the best ever, because then that way there is no disputation if for some reason he were to lose or draw later on down the line.
Yeah, well, that's happened before, man. Riddick Bowe put that belt in the trash. That was the WBC belt, in case y'all don't know. Yeah, that belt found its way into the trash can and everything.
The reason why I saw an interview. It's funny you mentioned that. I saw an interview with Jackson podcast and Riddick Bowe was on there. It was a great interview. It's pretty funny. He said the reason why he threw that in a belt is because they wanted him to fight Lennox Lewis, and everybody thought he was scared of Lennox Lewis. I thought he was. I was a little kid at the time, but he said the reason why he didn't do it is because they were trying to hype up Lennox Lewis as the champion and basically make him the B-side. And he's like, no, I'm not doing that. If you want to give him the belt, here, put it in trash, take it. So I respect him now since he explained that. But back in the day, I thought he was scared. I ain't gonna lie.
You done had some people recently who have actually relinquished their title. I'm gonna get to that later on as well.
Or how about let's make up a belt. Let's make up a belt for two people. Because I don't want to fight a young Devin Haney, or I don't want to fight a young Charlo.
I say his name.
Let's make a franchise belt for Lomachenko and Canelo. So let's keep it a buck. When you talk about WBC, let's keep it a buck.
Yes, sir. Salute, Just Frank 55900. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. And the man of the evening at Champ Ross. Salute to you, brother. We appreciate you. By the way, everybody tuning in, this is for the Fight Picks group that we have on Facebook. So if you are interested in a boxing Fight Picks group, we pick fights every weekend. We have it's usually like 3 or 4 month seasons there, or 2 or 3 month seasons, and you can win money prizes. It's free to play. So if you would like to pick fights, very easy to do, very fun, even if you don't have a lot of knowledge. Hit up anybody on this panel and or Champ Ross at any of our social medias, and we will get you the group immediately. Also, I think Papi Chunyeyo has the link. He posted it last time, so maybe you may be able to post it again.
I can put that in there. Yeah. The league goes 12-week intervals. Occasionally, he'll maybe take a week off if there's like some sort of big holiday or something popping up, or or a break in the season. So it's good. It's easy to do. Easy format. You pick a fighter. You pick how they should win, whether it's, majority decision, split decision, draws, pick the rounds, that sort of thing. And then you get points based off of your picks, 10 for the right pick, 17 for the exact pick. As you say, if you say somebody knocks somebody in 6 rounds, you would get 17 points for that. And then you get 5 for the right pick, but the wrong way. And you get nothing, obviously, if you don't. And the big thing that I'm actually get to again later is you get 25 points for picking the draw.
And woo! Guess who is the draw master himself?
Bet the bank on it.
All right, Champ says new season starts January 9th, 10th, so please make sure you hit us up here around the holidays so we can get you in before that new season starts. 12-week season, 12-round fights. I didn't even think about that, but that's awesome. That makes complete sense. And we appreciate you, brother, for all the Yale men's work that you do. All right, cool. Let us keep it moving. And I know you wanted to talk about last week's fights. So before we move into the fights from today and tomorrow and Friday, Yayo, what did you have to say about those picks from last week?
Let me pull them up real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, that it wasn't last week's. I don't believe, was it? Was it the week
Talk about
before?
Pacheco. Talk about Pacheco.
Was it Pacheco week?
That was last Saturday. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I know for the Pacheco fight, I picked Pacheco to win by ninth round stoppage. Mm-hmm. And to be honest with you, I don't know if he had the ability to do that because let me just say this. The commentary for that fight was the absolute worst commentary that I've heard in quite some time, is in recent memory. Let me tell you, you got two guys in there that are supposed to fight each other. You got one guy that the only thing he's doing is running. He's the juggernaut. He's running through the front door with his head, and he gets in and he just wrestles the whole time. And then you got a lima bean head ass referee that doesn't know how to control the action. You know what I'm saying? And warn people like, bro, what are you doing, bro?
You don't warn the A side apparently. You don't warn the A side apparently. You don't.
For the trifecta, you got everybody, all the commentators, giving the guy who's actually trying to fight a hard time. Like he can only deal with what he's got in front of him. Why? If you go back and count homie's jabs, I guarantee you that dude didn't throw 10 jabs the whole fight. What does that state statistically, if we being real? But yeah, man. So I'm still riding with my boy Pacheco. I think he's talented for real. And I hope they do match him up with some of those UK guys, because it's time for us to get some of these straps and have them right back here where they came from. So
yeah, Champ says I was there live on Saturday. Champ was.
Yeah, he's fist bumping everybody.
We seen his peanut dapping up. Yeah, we see them dapping some of the fighters up when he was coming out. He was like, dude, look at Champ.
Says Pacheco shut the bed. Tito Mercado, geez Louise, was the guy that stood out to me. Good. He's going to be a problem. Watch for him at 140. Clever D, did you have any thoughts on that fight?
Well, just piggyback on what Yayo said. This is my thing with the zone. Every time we get on here and we're talking about a fight that just happened on the zone, it's like the commentating gets worse and worse depending on who is fighting and who they want to win. I'll never forget when Devin Haney fought when he fought Cambosa the second time. ESPN put up a stat that I've never seen before, a clinch stat, saying that how many times Devin Haney clinched. You know what I'm saying? They've never done that before. So when you tell Pacheco not to clinch, not to hold the first 2 rounds, you never warn him again. And he's the one initiating all this stuff, the whole fight. Ray Corona. I believe it was Ray Corona, right? Was that his name? The ref? I think it's Corona. So It's like, what if you guys just want him to win? Just have homeboy just fall down like Jeff Jarrett touching Hulk Hogan. If you want him to win, just have a cheat happen, something like that. It's ridiculous. I'm sick and tired of seeing this shit in boxing. If he's the A side, he's not fighting how he should be fighting. Warn his ass. Take a point away. Do something. But if you just let him just get away with whatever, it's terrible. I didn't stay up to watch wrestling. That was the same night John Cena's last match. I might as well have been put to sleep.
All I gotta say is hilarious. That I'm trying to picture Jeff Jarrett actually being the one doing the poke of doom. It was Kevin Nash, but yeah, I got your point. It's so funny. It's like
I thought it was Hulk Hogan.
It was Kevin Nash and Hulk Hogan.
He laid down for Hulk Hogan, and then Hulk Hogan grabbed the mic and said, "This is why this company's going to shit."
Yeah. All right, let's see. We got Toby. Thank you for tuning in, Toby Bartlett 7777. Good evening from the UK. Shout out there in the United Kingdom. We appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to Ball and Buds and with these other gentlemen on the panel. Champ says Pacheco Munguia is big for LA, though people are in Cali are interested in that for sure. Okay, cool. All right, word up. Any other thoughts about that last weekend?
They're already talking about Steraz. I saw they're not even trying to get him to fight Munguia, because Munguia is like, no one cares about Munguia. They already talk about getting him against Hamzat Steraz. So they already want that.
Yeah, do it. Hey, please do.
They trying to do that. So
please do. I seen the weakness in your boy when he fought somebody. Please, Shiraz, hype him up. Say everything positive you can say. Say Shiraz is gonna do him greasy, man. We need that smoke.
It's supposed to be Shiraz and Billy, but that might not happen. So I think it's going to be Shiraz and Pacheco. So.
All right, word. There you go. So that's some updated information for all y'all out there that we're looking to see that fight. That fight might be changed. Let's move into this week, y'all. So today, as was mentioned, just to give the recaps for everyone in the boxing group, because I know that people may want to know what happened. The aforementioned Tim Tszyu fought today against Velasquez and had a unanimous decision win, 100-90 straight across the boards. All three judges ass whooping casserole. And as well, Skywalker, I wish he was here, his brother and the family and all that, which we were rooting on, Nonito Donaire, actually lost in a split decision in 12 rounds to Sumi. So are there any thoughts on those two fights from today?
Well, you know, I told you guys, man, I rock with Donaire, man, but I definitely didn't pick him this week. And actually, I had split decision down, but I changed it to majority decision. I just thought, I'm like, man, you know, I love what he has for the sport, but, you know, at some point, you know, your health is more important. Even if you think you can, you know, boxing is a young man's sport for the most part, unless you're somebody like B-Hop and has extraordinary defense and some OG tactics. But, you know, I still wish the best for him. I think he's like one of the best commentators out there, and we need more commentators like him because he calls it like it really is, and he's not really giving out any talking points that are, you know, coming from someone else. So, you know, like I said, I wish him and his wife are awesome people. They participate thoroughly in boxing. They bring us onto events and introduce us to people. So, you know, I only pick them because I got to keep it real when I'm doing my picks. That's just what it boils down to. Whether I interview or not, you know what I'm saying? I'm picking who I pick based off of how I think the styles match up.
I actually had no Donaire as a split decision, but, you know, it's what it is.
Yeah, that gets you 0 points, don't it?
I don't care. Say this.
I'm trying to win, fam. It's tighter than frog ass at the top.
Hey, like a champ, you make it $10 ahead, you'll get goddamn a Jim Lampley Clubber D over here.
That's funny.
I mean, that's true. They say if you make people pay,
you're damn right.
More. By the way, shout out to the Puerto Rican on that card. Santiago, who actually had a split decision 12-round victory over Takahami, which was an undefeated fighter. So, I
said Wepa.
Oh, I'm gonna
call that. We're calling that an upset, by the way.
Oh yeah, definitely. The other fighter was undefeated. That's what I was saying. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's an upset for sure. That's why I shouted him out. I was like, damn, he's 14.
That was an upset.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that. All right, well, let's move it into tomorrow, Thursday, the big one for tomorrow night. Ramon Cardenas, 26-2, 14 KOs versus Eric Robles, 16-3 and 10 KOs. This is 10-round junior featherweight. If y'all want to give rounds and stuff, I know we didn't talking about this one, but I figured we would.
Yeah, I ain't tracking
tomorrow. I actually chose Cardenas to win this with a KO 6, gentlemen. So, Yayo, did you have anything covered?
Yeah, I initially I was gonna take Cardenas by knockout, but I noticed that, you know, in his last fight with Inoue, he shells up a lot, and if the other guy's being busy in between, I can see the other guy actually getting rounds off him. So this fight is a little bit of a tough one for me. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm really tempted. I am really tempted to go with Robles by split decision, but I don't know. I mean, Cardenas, he can crack, man. Like if y'all don't know, he sat Inoue down. You know, he sat him down with a left hook, so he can definitely crack. If he gets him hurt, he might could just go ahead and get him up out of there. So I think it's gonna go the distance, and I'm likely gonna ride with Cardenas for now by majority decision. Split decision. I'm gonna say split decision.
I put him down as majority for mine.
Majority decision. And just to update everybody, Champ came in with some updates. The other two Pro Box fights from tomorrow's card are canceled. So it is only Cardenas and Robles for tomorrow. The other two are not canceled. He says change of appointments. He changed it. So there you go, Champ Ross. Thank you for that update. That so they're still going. We'll check that back with that tomorrow. Toby says, I just checked. I had Tsunami split decision in that fight. I didn't know until you guys were saying about it. But Tim Zhu TKO round 4 was what he had there. That was a unanimous decision. And then Champ, salute to Daenerys, who's they are friends of the show here. Been on, talked with us, been in the comments. So, Skywalker, like they said, they do a lot for everybody on this panel. So Daenerys, to last this long in those lower rate classes is unheard of. Truth.
It's crazy.
Shout out to the future Hall of Famer. No need, though. There you go.
Hey, man, we got some. Hey, there's some people lurking in the comments. I know some of these people in the league, you know what I'm saying? They try to figure, hey, don't believe everything I say. I might lead you astray. Matter of fact, whatever I say, just do the opposite. You feel me? Because what I'm telling you right now ain't going to work for you. So you should probably do the opposite of whatever I'm saying if you in the league and you watching for some tips. You get what I'm saying?
Like reverse Flash. Bizarro world.
You did a Jedi mind trick on the motherfucker. Let's find out.
Upside down world. Stranger Things.
All right, word. Well, let's move it into what you came for, the Friday night fights. Yes, Netflix is going on now. Again, very controversial, the main event here for a lot of boxing purists who don't like Jake Paul. But either way, we do have an 8-round heavyweight fight, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, which we will get to in just a little bit, so stay tuned. But we do have some other fights we do want to talk about and pick for you on this card. So we are going to start with those now. We didn't talk about this one, gentlemen, and I just want to know if you want to say your picks for it. But Caroline Dubois is fighting on this card.
Yeah.
Yes. Are you? I assume all of us are picking her. Is that?
Dope shot. Make sure I got her.
Hey man, you can't put words in my mouth.
Oh, well, tell me what you got then, because we got Caroline Dubois is 11-0-1 going in against Panata, who is 8-2-1.
Yeah, it's not Netflix and chill. It's Netflix and pills. Wait a minute. It's Netflix and oil spills.
Oh.
Ooh. Not any documentaries where they not letting us talk about other famous people. What are we doing? We trying to cover stuff up like the Epsteins? If you oily, you slimy, you did it. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It was drugs in the oils. If you put the oils on, you did it. No, I'm just playing. No, man, you know what I'm saying? Netflix, man, I know y'all got to get y'all bread, man, but damn, why? You know what I'm saying? The Tank thing was, you could sell that, but man, Paul is going to the afterlife. But, let me get to it. So, Panata, right? She has an incredible story. It's an Italian, she's an Italian boxer, and there are not very many Italian boxers, and she definitely has had the long road. We interviewed her a couple times, and we got to know her pretty well. She's out there training in Mexico. By the way, she's training in them Telemundo rings, which I call them 16x16s, and she definitely got some people to bang it out with in there. So, hey, listen, man, Mexicans be going over to the UK and putting belt to ass. Now you got a European woman who's been training with Mexicans. You don't think she is not finna go in there and just lay down for the boy? She's not. That's not happening, bro. She all heart, and she got a gas tank. She's training at elevation, so she's really gonna put them things on the boy. Now, I love Caroline Dubois. Now, we being real from a boxing standpoint, her technique, her delivery, she cracked like a dude. You know what I'm saying? No, I ain't trying to call her a man, nothing, but she cracked like a dude. She got skills, and she definitely could crack. And I promise you, if she crack her like she's capable of doing, she very well could sit her down. Now, this fight, I wish went 3 minutes. This would be the fight that I would want to see for 3 minutes. Somebody that ain't gonna never give up, and somebody that has technique to deliver the shot. Right. So, man, I don't see Camilla giving up. So this fight's going the distance, my guys. I just don't see her giving up. I think she got the heart of a lion, and we're gonna see if Caroline could take the the output that she's gonna put on her. So I'm gonna go with I want to say Camilla by split decision, but I'm gonna take Caroline.
And you know what's funny? I'm going with Caroline as well, majority decision because of everything you said. And I'm sure whatever Clubber D's going to say as well is both going to combine to be, look, man, she's a great fighter. And that's why she's on the card with Alicia Bumgardner. Clubber D, what's your thoughts?
This is one of those sleeper could be fight of the nights. I think this one is going to be tune in for this one for sure. Also, Silver and Woodley. I can't wait to watch that one. But
I know. I'm waiting for that.
I cannot wait for that one. But Sweet Caroline. Oh yeah, majority decision. I'm going with that. Sweet Caroline. You know what I'm saying? They might sing it over in the UK. You might hear it in a random bar in Liverpool. But yeah, I'm going Sweet Caroline.
There you go. Says Camila is part of the Skywalker familia. There you go. Shout out Champ Ross. That's what Poppy was saying. All right, Clubber D, we're not going to talk about, we don't have to. We can pick this fight. It doesn't matter to me. I have all my picks. But I know you wanted to specifically talk about one of the fighters on this card that you actually met, Jamal Harvey. What are your thoughts on this gentleman?
Yeah, I cannot wait to see him. I believe this is his debut. I think
he's actually,
debut.
I think he's 1-0.
1-0. Okay, yeah, I know it's
Cervantes,
first 5-0. You know, I got to meet him at one of the Pro Box events at Rosecroft locally. No Excuse event. Shout out to Lamont Roach Senior. You know, he put on a great event. His son on there, Ben Johnson, a couple other young fighters from the area, from the DMV. But I got to meet him. He was in the crowd off to the side. Talked to him, very well spoken young man. He was in these last Olympics. He didn't get a medal, but he was still there representing the country. So I want nothing but greatness for him. And I don't know if he was on our picks, but I'm going to let me double check. I don't think he's on our picks. Regardless, I'm gonna say third round knockout. Harvey.
Third round knockout for Harvey. Yeah. I'm going back just to see. Damn, y'all were talking a lot of shit today on the channel, huh? That thing is backed up on the picks group. Let's see. I don't see it.
He might not be on there. Yeah, I hit him up on the side. I was like, hey, look, man, you need to put Willie and Silver on that, man. It's messed up, champ. Show some respect to the spider.
And hey, let's not even front. At Ball and Buds, our before we got a panel of boxing insiders, our boxing and MMA and UFC insider was always Clubber D until we added these esteemed gentlemen for boxing. So Clubber D, since you are our MMA UFC expert, this is two MMA fighters that we want to hear what you got to say about it. Anderson Silva is 3-2 as a boxer. Tyron Woodley 0-2, as we know, getting knocked out early on by someone on this card. So you go ahead and tell us what you think about that.
I put it like this. You got arguably you could argue him and GSP. Obviously, you go GSP, but the second best, welterweight and middleweight in UFC history. Tyron Woodley. I remember when I first saw him sparring for Jake Paul for the first fight, and he was working with I think it was a Roger Mayweather, working with one of the Mayweathers. And when I saw him spar, when they had the open sparring for the public, on our show, I believe he was like, oh boy. He's in trouble.
I remember that.
You could help him out on the pass, but so much. But I knew he was going to be in trouble. But however, in that first fight with Jake Paul, he definitely had Paul hurt. Those ropes were kind of high. Those ropes were very high, kind of like when Tyson Fury fought Usyk the first time. The ropes were hella high, and he should have got a knockdown. But he fought him the second time, and that I think he filled in the second time for somebody else. I don't think he was the original person. Regardless, he went to sleep. He got put on the couch. Nate Robinson was the first person put on the couch, which turned into a love seat, which turned into a sectional with Conor McGregor and all these other fighters that had taken the L to the underground. They were in the underworld. If you guys watch Stranger Things, they were in the underworld, where it was called Upside Down World. They were there hanging out for a little while. Okay, he put Frodo's ring on. He just disappeared. And put his ring on. Boom, I'm back up. So that's just what happened to them. And unfortunately, it was Jake Paul that did it. So this fight is just interesting because we've seen. I remember when Silva fought Jake Paul, and I told people, "Oh yeah, he's going to crush him." I'm like, no, he's not. Silva, he's a good MMA guy, but he's not a good boxer. He's not. I mean, it's
totally different.
Yeah, totally, not even close. And he got knocked down in that fight, and I hated that Paul did that to him because he's such a legend. But I think I put Woodley third or fourth round knockout. I think I hit Champ Ross with that one, but. I you know what? I'm going to say Anderson Silva by decision. I'm going to switch it up.
Champ Ross says Anderson Silva is 50. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, no doubt. 50 is crazy.
yeah.
Tyron Woodley is 43. So both of these gentlemen fighting into their older ages. Clubber D, since you are our MMA UFC expert, I want you to tell those people out there that may not know, because this is a boxing group and they may not watch MMA and UFC, how can a UFC fighter actually succeed in boxing? How is that different from an MMA game to go to a boxing game?
Angles and footwork, boxing, Willie's a wrestler, so he's used to taking people down. He's never really, he had power in his hands. He did knock some people out like Josh Koscheck, but he was never known. He came up as a wrestler. He was on the same wrestling team with Ben Askren and Michael Chandler. And
also got put to sleep.
It's, we say?
Ben Askren also got put to sleep.
Yeah. And
Man,
shout out to Ben Askren. He came back. He almost died, man. He's bounced back. And Jake Paul get a lot of money because Ben Askren lost like a lot of weight. He had a liver he had to get a double lung transplant or something like that, and he almost died. And Jake Paul came through and did a GoFundMe, gave him like $1 million. Like, he's helped this man back. So, but he did put him to sleep. But yeah, Willie, it's all about footwork, angles, and things like that. If you have it, boxing MMA is totally different. When we interviewed Jeffrey Yu, because he trains at Kaiser MMA, a lot of boxers he'll spar with those guys. And his take on boxers when he spars them, it's short burst, and then after don't slow down. Short burst, slow down. Not a boxer who's gonna systemically take you down, and use the proper angle. So it's all about footwork. Silva has the better footwork, even at age 50. But that's the main thing with boxing MMA, and also you're punching a little different. I think MMA is more closer to bare knuckle. I think because of the gloves. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You can manipulate it a little different. But I think that's one of the main things, probably the footwork and hand placement.
Man, I got Silva by stoppage.
So
I got Silva by stoppage just simply because he has better punch placement. Even he's always been known as like a sniper type dude, and he make it look easy. He's so good at it, he make it look easy. There's nothing easy about what he's doing, but he makes it look easy, right? So I'm riding with Silva by stoppage, and this is what boxing did. They allowed some MMA dudes to let a dude knock him into face down, diddy side up position. You know what I'm saying? And then the dude out here talking about he a real boxer. No, bro. We don't. No. That ain't you. You're moonlighting in our sport, and I'm telling you, I can't wait to get to this. I can't wait to talk about it. But you moonlighting, fam, and it's not good for the sport.
They're moonlighting, but it's not moonlighting like the guy you want to talk about. That's completely different. That's someone who never fought before. At least these two fighters were well accomplished MMA fighters before.
Yeah, no, bro, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that because
I mean, at least they had
those guys. MMA mixed martial arts is so there are probably like 10 other disciplines that are associated with it, and boxing is just one. It's really one discipline plus some inside manipulation. But you when you're preparing for somebody to kick you in the head, that's different than you got a guy who can punch you 3 times in a second, and you don't know which one of them hit you.
But I'm just saying, it's not like Jake Paul. They're a lot different than Jake Paul is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They've been fighters for a whole lot.
It's kind of, I agree. It's like we said, Omar, it's kind of like when you had, when Nate Diaz, when he fought Jake Paul, and again, I like to watch sparring. I like to see how they do their little, open workouts. When he was punching like this, it wasn't turning his wrist. I said, "Oh boy!" I said, "Oh boy, this is gonna be something." Jake Paul might knock this dude out because what is this? Like, so it's and he's fighting. I would say one thing about Jake Paul, not to jump ahead, but just with him fighting MMA guys, the guys he fight in MMA are usually wrestlers, so not usually like the ones with hands. There's only a small percentage of MMA dudes that I think I could cross over. And Ngannou, just because of his size and power. Yes, because he beat Tyson Fury, but only like somebody like a Cody Garbrandt who was a Golden Glove champion, maybe a Dustin Poirier. I'm just off the dome. Not that many that could just cross. Ilya Tapora for sure can do it. Ilya Tapora for sure can do it.
Holly Holm
Well, she was a boxer, then went MMA, and then she went back to boxing.
Ngannou was a boxer also. He also had amateur boxing. So I would say our amateur boxers could beat those guys that Jake Paul beat. I would say our amateur boxers currently right now could beat those guys that Jake Paul beat. That's how big of a difference. That's how big of a difference it is in levels in this sport, that our amateur boxers could beat those guys as well.
That's true. I'm with you on that.
Just to let everybody know, Silva at 3-2, his first loss was unanimous decision in an 8-round fight. Then his second fight, he had a KO in the first round, and then he won a unanimous decision 8-round fight. His third fight for Woodley, obviously, we know that he got KO'd in 6 to the aforementioned Jake Paul, and then split decision loss in 8 rounds in his next fight. Yayo, I'm going with you. I think even at 50, I think Silva with a 3-inch reach advantage and a 3-inch height advantage and a 4-inch reach advantage. It was a toss up really for me, but I just thought that Silva, with the wins that he's had, the reach and the height, was just going to be able to outlast Woodley. I don't know. I'm not even going to say maybe a TKO. Maybe I don't think they're going to go 8 rounds, all 8 rounds, but they could. It could be just a decision or 2. But I'll take Silva on that one.
It's supposed to be Chris Weidman, which would have been great because we all know Chris Weidman, who beat Silva, knocked him out the first time, and then the streak, which still hasn't been broken. And then he, with Silva, broke his leg. The second fight was disgusting. His toe touched his thigh. It was nasty.
Remember that.
But Weidman had to pull out. Pause.
Wow. Wowzers. All right, let's move it on. With that one, we are going to go to the co-main event of the evening. Yayo, we will start with you on this one. Alicia Baumgardner is 16-1 with 7 KOs versus Layla, I apologize, I don't know how it's pronounced, and I'm not even going to, Boydoin, looks like Boydoin, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, 13-1 with 2 KOs. Now, this is 12 rounds for the IBF, WBA, and WBO junior lightweight titles. Yayo, what say you?
Yeah, I got to go on a little diatribe real quick about the fight. First of all, shout out to Alicia and her opponent, right? They're going to fight 12 3-minute rounds, right? Crazy. And honestly, Alicia dropped the WBC belt because back a while ago, the WBC refused to actually sanction women's. They've been in strong opposition for women fighting for 3-minute rounds, right? And I've been in strong support because we interview female boxers, and not a single one of them has said they don't want to fight 3-minute rounds, right? It seems unfair to force them to go in there and go sock 'em, rock 'em robots. You don't get an opportunity to see what sort of skills they have because they only got 2 minutes to work. They don't have that extra minute to maybe get somebody out of there. That's why we typically pick majority decisions and split decisions with them, because they don't have enough time to get their opponent out of there unless they can just crack, right? So the WBC is being opposite. Yo, how about y'all stop being, you know what I'm saying, sexist, and maybe ask the women what they want to do, right? How about trying that? That's right. That's why your belts is headed in the trash. That's why nobody wants to pay your sanctioning fees. That's why you're out, you out there allowing ostarine levels to be going up now. What does that say about how
they get title shots, man? Calm down. They get title shots after being suspended and losing when they come back. And then they get a title shot. Okay,
it's crazy. How does that even make sense, though? You know what I'm saying? So now back to the Alicia Baumgardner thing, right? Like I said, again, shout out to them for saying, you know what, to hell with the belt. We'll use these other 3 belts and put them up, and they can get their sanctioning fees. Maybe you should join. I don't know. Anyways, so now Baumgardner, she's been training with Derek James. I think, if I'm correct, this might be her second fight with him, maybe third at the most. But one thing that we know that Derek James produces is some superiorly well-conditioned fighters. They use the jab, and they're going to give you what they have. And he's going to give them the right instructions and if they're not doing it, he's going to say something about it, right? So she is in good hands when she's down there with Derek James. Errol Spence is also somebody that Derek James trained. So just think about that. All right. Imagine her fighting like EJ or having some of the work that Frank Martin is doing, and you're putting both of those together, and she's going at her do her thing. Now, the only thing that I would say about her as a weakness is that later on in fight, she tends to get a little tired. I noticed that she get gassed a little bit, and maybe it's because she's putting a little too much on all her shots, right? Hopefully, Derek James was able to, ease that back and, get her to use the jabs a little bit more. So we're getting ready to really find out what the skill level of her is, and it's making it hard to predict this fight. The other girl can also crack, right? And she is down for the Rock'em Sock'em Robot, right? Now, here's a stat that might mess y'all up a little bit. I'm saying Alicia's the most experienced. Her fight record combined with everybody that she's fought, 204 wins, 68 losses, and 14 draws. Now, the other girl, her combined record is 88 wins, 50 losses, and 5 draws. So Alicia clearly has the bigger experience. But like I said, the other girl can crack, and she also gets a little tired. So, from watching her fights, I've seen that she tends to fade a little bit at the end, but she's throwing them as hard as she can for as long as she did. So I'm gonna take this fight. I wanna say that I think I'm gonna go with Baumgartner by. I'm gonna take her by split decision. But don't believe what I'm saying, because maybe I'm just trying to trick you in the league. You get what I'm saying?
A little
nod. Little wink and a nod.
Yes, so I might be going with Baumgartner by split decision, or I might be taking the other girl for majority decision. You're just gonna have to wait and see what it says on the paperwork, because it's tight like frog ass at the top, baby. And I'm in 4th place currently.
Oh my God, that's great. Cover D, what you got on this one?
Yeah. So Yayo kind of said what I was kind of thinking of for this fight. I'm a big fan of Alicia Baumgartner. She had called me last week, but my phone, I didn't have enough minutes on my burner. But it's whatever. But my issue with her will be just the stamina. Is she going to be able to last 3-minute rounds? Like when she fought Michaela Mayer, she was kind of gassed in that fight. Michaela Mayer came back towards the end. So, and looking at her body type, as far as like all the muscles she has, everybody knows muscles and boxing don't mix. All the blood goes straight to the muscles. All the oxygen is all out your body. You're just tired. You know what I'm saying? It's like throwing you got sandpaper arms. But that's gonna be the issue for me. I think it's gonna be a very competitive fight. I got Baumgartner winning. However, I'm gonna mix you guys up with this one. I think she's gonna win the early rounds, and she might fade and have those track shoes on. Okay, because her last fight wasn't bad because she had that long layoff and the allegations of PEDs. I don't want to. She had those allegations. She got, I'm not trying to throw soda. I'm not. That's my homegirl. Love her like a play cousin. Shout out to Detroit, but that's unfortunately. But she got off that. She still got her belts and whatnot. So I'm eager to see it. Make sure she bounces back from that with her second fight in that layoff from that boxing. But still. I think I got Baumgartner, but don't be shocked if you see a draw.
Very interesting. So both of you all think it's going to go the distance. So that means I think that I may be a little off here, because I think I elevated Baumgartner too much, because we've talked about her for so long, Clubber D and I, on this show. And while the other lady has a great record, obviously she's not as well known as Baumgartner, and so I was thinking that Baumgartner would KO her. But now that y'all are saying that it could go decision, I don't even know if that's going to happen. But I'm still going to stick with what I said. I have KO 7 for Baumgartner.
Me too.
So, and you said majority.
That's what I got too.
It's not bad.
I'm serious.
Wait, okay. Now you're trying to confuse everybody.
No, bro. I'm telling you, that's what I got.
Okay. Champ says Baumgartner's stamina is always an issue. It's like she overtrains. I don't know what it is. But she's always in.
It's her build. She's like a little, like, I'm gonna call her meatball, but she's like a muscle. She's very muscular, and I think that's what it is.
Okay, and now that we are going to get into the main event, I want everybody to hit that like button, please. We've got so many people watching, and not everybody hit that like.
Hit a like break.
Boom. Hit a like break as well. Make sure you tap in with everybody on this panel, even the ones that are not here. Make sure you subscribe to Ball and Buds, BALLAND BUDS on YouTube. There's a handy QR code over there on the right. It'll take you to our YouTube. It'll take you to our Instagram. Take you to Clubber D's YouTube. Take you to Clubber D's TikTok. You can find those both there at Clubber D on YouTube, and as well at Papi Chunyeo on IG on YouTube as well. For our other brothers that are not with us, 86 Boxing and Skywalker Boxing Media on Facebook. He can be found at Skywalker Boxeo. And yes, shout out to AB. AB, what's the name here? AB-CE5. Yeah, AB. All you guys have the same name. Yeah, brother. I teach digital marketing and social media, and that's exactly what you should do. That way, when people are trying to find you on all the social networks, they're not trying to search you up by all the different names. You should have the same handle for every, or at least as close as possible if it's taken by someone else. So that's just a little professor's tip there for you. Landon Gardner, 484 says, why does Netflix say starting at 7 and it's actually at 7:43? Because they want you to watch early, because they want you to watch the previews. They want you to, make sure you're on there as long as possible so they can have better ratings, is what I would assume.
It's one of those stay for a drink. I was just about to say, come for a drink, stay for dinner.
There you go. That's exactly right. Let's see what else we got here. Toby Bartlett was going back to the Tim Tszyu fight. I had Tim TKO 4. Thought it was going to be set up for Tim to have a show real KO, but I guess I was thinking too much into it. Yeah, a little bit off there, brother. That's all right. AB, I couldn't comment early because I was watching on TV. Hey, thank you for watching on both the TV and the mobile. We appreciate you switching over and staying with us. I want to say Papi Chunyeo, double fisting. Like I was thinking of that yesterday, Clubber when we used to go to weddings and double fist the Tom Collins and
Tom Collins, yeah,
light off the top. But I wanted to say, Papi Chun mentioned Hopkins' defense. Everyone forgets about that when they talk about older fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let's see. Toby, Alicia going flat out in 2-minute rounds will probably be better pacing herself over 3 minutes rounds. Yeah, clearly, when it go to 1 more minute, you got to pace yourself.
Mm-hmm.
AP, yeah, me too. On the Tszyu KO, I should have watched the presser. I didn't know he had Noel and Iman Khalif as a coach. Iman Khalif, who everybody doesn't know, was the alleged, because we don't know for sure, alleged transgender boxer in the Olympics. Should have said I should have known he was going to start playing it safe. And then going back to Champ Russ, I saw these earlier. I was going to save him for the Jake Paul fight. Go back to what Clubber D was saying. So Jake Paul fought Nate Robinson, who has health issues. Askren, the same thing. So this guy has been come on, Champ. Too many guys. Been fighting, entered in the ER room or coming out, shaking my fucking head. That's terrible. I blame the COVID pandemic for creating the Jake Paul phenomenon. Everyone stopped fighting, went idle, and then Paul came. Any
blame? No. You want to blame somebody? Blame Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. He was on that undercard when he knocked out Jake Paul. Okay, so was Badu Jack. They were all on that undercard. So blame Tyson and Roy Jones for having that sparring session. Okay.
These babies have been birthed by us to go all the way back to Mayweather. Mayweather birthed Canelo. You know what I'm saying? He his daddy, whether y'all know it or not. He his daddy.
He was always on undercard.
Yeah, Tank too.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of people who've been birthed by this dude.
And American boxing fans, we got nobody to blame but ourselves also, because we stopped caring about boxing. So we let other regions take over this boxing realm, and now we're pissed that the folks down south ain't rapping the way they rapping in New York. So it's all our fault. We ruined this mess. Now we gotta get it back. We gonna get it back.
We are gonna get it back faux show. Let's go ahead, and while we do that, we will move it into the main event of the evening, gentlemen. This is what you all came here for, to talk shit and or whatever you came to do. Anthony Joshua, 28-4, 25 KOs versus Jake Paul, 12-1 with 7 KOs. Now, before we get to the gentlemen, obviously anyone watching this in the Boxing Champs Fight Pick group, you probably already know that Jake Paul was never a boxer beforehand. So when you look at that record, you have to understand that it has been a tiny bit inflated by the fight. It's not tiny bit. It's been inflated by the fights that he's had on his record, as both of these gentlemen have said on this fight stream and are about to say again, I'm sure. So that being said, Clubber D, we will start with you on this one. Anthony Joshua again is 28-4, 25 KOs. Jake Paul 12-1, 7 KOs.
Well, I'm sure this is gonna be a good pay increase for Joshua. This is a good easy sparring. As for Paul, you already know he's already had a broken nose. His nose is little, he got a little elbow macaroni joint on it. So he's been sparring with some heavy hitters. I know Big Baby was in that camp as well. It's not. So I just put a poll out on page. Check out Clubber D at YouTube about which rounds will Jake Paul go. Will be the first to the fourth, fifth to the seventh. So I put a poll. Just go ahead and pick which one do you think. I honestly feel like Jake Paul has said this in an interview prior that he's going to fight a real boxer, and it's going to lead up to this point. If we backtrack what he was trying to do, he was trying to fight Tank. We all know Tank had his issues with the DV cases, so that got niched. Everybody was like, "Oh, well, Tank, you're fighting a bigger guy." Nobody cared. But now everybody's kind of saying, "Well, why is Paul fighting someone so much bigger than him?" It's different when the rabbit has the gun now. Okay, it wasn't a problem 2 months ago, but now it's a problem. Don't want to hear that mess. Okay, come take your medicine. We said Sunday Showdown. Tune in if you want to see NFL and college picks. We're doing a live thing tomorrow. We're doing.
I was gonna say tune in tomorrow.
Tomorrow we're doing our college football picks. Anyways, now it's time to take the medicine, Jake Paul. If you are not out of this realm, if you are not sleeping, if you are not in the fetal position, you're not face down, tooted up in at least the second minute of the first round, there's going to be a problem. I honestly think, this is my personal opinion, I think he'll try his hardest to do something for first minute, just go for broke. And I feel he's going to take one shot and take a knee. Or the ref is going to stop it before Joshua gets a good blow on him. It might end on like a stupid body punch, something like that. I'm not saying it's stupid, but something we're not expecting. But I don't see him getting knocked out. I see him, the ref stopping it, or him just shelling up. I honestly do. And it's going to last one round. Ngannou got put out in the second round, which was terrible. He knocked a nap out of one of his, he had a nap in his head, so it went straight. You know what I'm saying? He hit Ngannou so hard. All right. Like Ngannou woke up and started, he's trying to do a single leg takedown. He's trying to go back to MMA. So if he doesn't do that and knock the mayonnaise and LA looks out of Jake Paul's hair, something's wrong. So I'm thinking Jake Paul's going to shell up and he's going to take a knee. First round, over with.
And that's the thing that's going around the internet right now with most of the boxing purists and versus the people who just want to see this fight for what it is and maybe don't not know the sweet science as well. A lot of people are saying, look, if Joshua doesn't come in and knock him out in the first round, then this is a complete sham, a complete mockery, that there's been some kind of payoff, other things, which is entirely possible, as we know in the sport. And with such a size advantage, 5-inch height advantage, and almost 5.9 inch reach advantage, I mean, look, it is pretty simple that you have a professional boxer versus someone who's never boxed before, and there's a certain outcome that should happen here. Will that outcome happen? Yayo, let us know.
Man, I couldn't tell you. Listen, this just to piggyback off what my man said over there. I mean, what are we doing here? Seriously, are we really picking this fight, man? I mean, golly. So this is proof that in America it's about the bread. It's about the, you know what I'm saying? You can pay your way to cut the line in America. If you got enough money, you can pay your way to cut the line. You know what I'm saying? But you know, how is a dude who got a hobbit's foot under his beard, you know what I'm saying? The Habsburger's jaw. That's the incest jaw. They also don't know.
Don't see that. What?
Yeah, the Habsburger jaws up under that beard. Try to tell you, Hobbit feet and Habsburger jaws. That's what it is under there. No, man. I just honestly, bro, if Anthony Joshua doesn't knock this dude out, and not only in the first round, but with the first real right hand he lands on him, I'm gonna consider Jake Paul the winner. How about that?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? because there ain't no way in hell he's supposed to be able to take a real punch from a real heavyweight when he was just getting ready to go try to pick on somebody that was small size. Ain't no way. You, bro, if you ain't out there sparring with heavyweights, bro, shoot, you could take somebody. Man, you know what? I would take Oliver McCall, the one who's never been put down ever. He's 59 years old. He just fought like 3 fights for
60 years
Ali
old.
would probably sleep my
put some
dude,
respect
bro.
on that man's name.
Set it up, Jimmy. Ali would clean his clock out. And y'all could play some country music and boot scoot all the way to the bar and drink to the NyQuil that Ali put on Jake. But like I said, bro, if it ain't the first punch, if it ain't the first real punch that's thrown from old boy, y'all know it's a setup. I can't believe they got boxing odds on this. I can't believe they're allowing people to gamble on this. This is ultimately ridiculous. Another thing, what do you guys call a person who's pretending like they want to be pro-woman and give all these women, you know what I'm saying, this exposure? Yeah, you putting some money in their pocket. Yeah, you getting them some exposure, but you the one on the headline. You gonna come out to the ring and everybody's gonna boo you, bro, at your event. Yeah, you going all the way to the bank with it, but they gonna boo you. Do you get sick of that? That's not good energy for the women.
Damn,
shit.
Bro, we're getting ready to watch some incredible women's fights. They are giving us, I mean, I promise you, these fights are about to be great, but the whole thing is clouded by somebody moonlighting in boxing. So he getting ready to, he going to the bank. He finna get in the ring with Joshua. Joshua gonna bang him out. He gonna wake up with some smelling salts. Matter of fact, they might have the stretcher and the oxygen out there. And when he recovers from all that and talks shit, say that he loves everybody in boxing, he going straight to the bank.
Yeah.
All y'all are making it possible. We gotta stop it. I'm serious. And thank you in advance, Anthony Joshua, for sending this dude to the underworld. You know what I'm saying? Somebody needs to put an end to this moonlighting, bro. I'm serious. It's not fair, bro.
I got two things. One, I'll say this is going to remind us of Rocky versus Thunder Lips when Hulk Hogan when he just runs out the ring. And two, we can't. I agree. I totally understand what you're saying with him showcasing and then showcasing the women. We cannot throw the baby out with the bathwater. All right. Yes, you
got a lot of cliches tonight, my brother. I'm loving it.
Oh, trust me, they're off the dome when I'm home alone. Bars, but it's the thing is you can't. Yes, we know he plays the villain role. He's playing that all the way to the bank. Okay, and that's fine. That's fine being an asshole, being whatever. But I still appreciate what he's doing for female boxing because if you look at what he birthed from doing that, they set a record for Taylor versus Serrano Part 2. Okay. And that was a standalone. First, it was the undercard. Oh, sorry, 3, because they did the undercard on Mike Tyson, and then they had the fight after that by itself on an all-women card. That wouldn't have got birthed if he didn't put her on the undercard against Tyson. You know what I'm saying? So I feel what I feel what I'm with you on that, but I have to call a spade, and I can't throw the baby out the bathwater and say, yes, he is whatever. I want to see him get knocked out, but I also want him to showcase these women. I want everybody to tune in early and watch these amazing female athletes fight. And especially in the co-main when they're fighting 3-minute rounds, WBC, women can do it too.
Would you give Jeffrey Epstein a $50 million check to go cash?
I'm not going to talk about that.
Come on now. First of all, that's not even an apt comparison. Come on.
I said it. Would you give him a $50 million check to go cash?
No, not at all.
Okay, then.
But Jake Paul is not at least a legend as
bro, he pimping boxing, bro. We got casual fans in here that only like to pitch. They're pitchers. They don't know about catching. Jake Paul about to catch it. He about to catch it like what's the dude named the Booty Warrior? What you wanted?
Booty Warrior.
He about to get Booty Warriored. You feel me?
Johnson.
And that's how Jake Paul fans are, bro. Like they be up in here talking all this. They don't know nothing about boxing, bro.
They're like the racist cheaters fans. Same way.
It's crazy.
Well, I kind of agree with both of you. So Clubber D and I have talked about for a long time on the show supporting women's boxing, and we always did not agree with what Jake Paul has done by himself as a boxer because he's not one, but we've always appreciated him putting the women on his card. Now, again, I agree with that part with Clifford he said, and I also agree with what you said, Yayo. But the thing that I would change is, again, he was the one that started bringing the women onto his card after he had already become a boxer, and he is, unfortunately, as much as
he's not a boxer. He's
a promoter,
an exhibition fighter.
He's a businessman, and he's an influencer who sells online and has millions of followers. Way more millions of followers. That's fine. I agree with you. But also, he's an influencer with more followers on social media than most boxers combined.
You cannot discredit that. Okay, it's like if you have Jake from UPS fighting Scott from FedEx, nobody cares, and they could be good fighters. They could be roundaway fighters. But if you have Zachariah from Amazon, he has a big Amazon TikTok following. You put him on the undercard, even though the real fighters are fighting at the end, they're going to tune in because Zach's on it. Terrible analogy, but it's kind of the same thing. You know, it's all about this. And if the boxing fans in America cared about boxing, he wouldn't be anything. Because if you look overseas, when they have their little misfits boxings and stuff like that,
that's what I was thinking.
It's not always the same. You know, you got I don't know, the light skinned dude who fights like a woman fighting Andrew Tate. They're fighting. I don't know the guy's name, but he's fighting Andrew Tate, and it's like nobody cares about that fight. But if that was
that's
Jake
where
Paul
he needs to be.
Something else, yeah, he needs to be.
But
we
agree.
That's the American fans, though. The American fans care about that more than real boxing. That's the problem. That's where we have let it get to this point.
He need to get his butt back over there and continue. But he could. Okay, let's do this. Let me do this because I'm a real one, right? First of all, you got to give anybody who gets in the ring, you know what I'm saying, give them their due because anything in one punch could really end you. Seriously, for real. Like you could end up in a wheelchair after getting hit behind the head one wrong time, paralyzed forever. So let's give them credit for doing that. But man, we don't need no bogus ass scripts in boxing, bro. That WWE shit is not welcomed here. We want real competition. We don't want, in the contract that nobody's ever going to see, it says, hey, you can't punch me with full power. And if you do X, Y, Z, you know what I'm saying? No, we don't want that, man. We only want real fighters fighting each other because everything else is for entertainment purposes only. Right? People are dying in this sport, man. And you got somebody, he's not, I don't want to say he's not serious about it because he's getting in there with Anthony Joshua, but we allow somebody to, how did he cut the line, bro? We got some real heavyweights out here that's really getting concussions every day to fight. And you got this dude who gets to cut the line and fight Mike Tyson and then Anthony Joshua. These are some of the best heavyweights. Now, I don't want to say he's one of the best heavyweights to do it, but damn, he is for this era.
But it takes two to tango. Who offered Mike Tyson a fight? Why did Mike Tyson fight anybody else? And also, this is the thing.
Man, they using Mike, bro. They using Mike.
I mean,
everybody's using.
He's not all there. But if you got Margaret from Food Lion and Samantha from Shoppers Food, if they shop there at Publix every day, and they're talking to their husband, oh, Jake Paul, yeah, I watch him fight, and they watch the fight, not knowing about boxing, and they go, oh, Bumgarner, she can fight. Wow, I want to watch her next fight. That's the whole point of this, okay? You want the casuals, the ones that don't really watch the sport, to see the undercard of people who put on a good show, and they might say, hey, you know what? Boxing's not bad. It's not as barbaric or whatever, as it is, especially a young female. She might see, oh, wow, I want to be like that girl fighting under Jake Paul undercard. So, that's the beauty of what he's doing. It's just the beast is his dusty ass going to get murked by Joshua.
I'm gonna battle you I'm gonna battle anybody who rides with what he's doing, bro. We're going to see the most amazing women's fights, and then the only thing anybody's going to be talking about is how he went to the underworld.
Well, that's bad. I don't know because
that's all they're going to be talking about. Oh man, you see how Anthony Joshua? Damn. He put his whole
50-something million tuned into Taylor versus Serrano 3. So all the people that tuned in to see him go to the underworld against Tyson tuned in to watch Serrano fight too. So you got to accept that with it. Unfortunately, you got to accept it. I don't like it. I'm not trying to defend him. I'm just saying I'm okay with him putting on these circus shows as long as you put on some good stuff under. It's like a terrible rapper with a bunch of features on his car on his mixtape. You know what I'm saying? You can mask him. You can hide him.
Watch him fight regardless. Why don't he just do it for real?
He is JJ Redick. We're hiding him in the zone. He can't play D.
Yeah, if he just does it, they're still gonna come watch because they want to see him get beat up.
That was good. But you're right though, because it is right. A lot of people are going to have their dichotomy on this on each side of the issue. You're either going to be one that wants to see him get knocked out, or you're one that's cheering for him because maybe you're one of his millions and millions of Instagram followers, whatever it is. But it is sort of, at least he is, kind of misfits boxing. We talked about it earlier, by the way, just to let everybody know. Andrew Tate, the alleged misogynistic asshole that goes around online, will be fighting Chase Demore.
Demore, that's his name, yeah.
For the heavyweight title in Misfits Boxing coming up. What I'm going to say is this. I agree with y'all. I think that it would be a travesty if he wasn't knocked out in the first round, because I think it would make a sham of boxing. But what I think is actually going to happen for him to save face is I believe they're going to have something in there. And if they don't have something in there, then he's just going to run. He's going to run the whole time anyways. But he's going to try to stay as far away from as possible from any punch that Joshua throws and try to stick whenever he has a chance and try to last as long as he can. That being said, he's also going against a real boxer. And so while I won't go KO1, I'm going to go KO2. I'm going to say that either there's some kind of stipulation or he's either able to dance around enough to stay alive for one round. And then in the second round, either like you said, Yayo, there's a KO or a TKO or something. He quits or something. I can't see this going the whole fight because that would truly put a stain on boxing.
Man,
if this goes the whole time.
Hey, man, y'all just don't gamble on the fight. Just keep them coins. Go, you know what I'm saying? Donate it to somebody for Christmas. Because we don't know. We don't know. This thing, what if this thing goes the distance, bro? You know how much money they gonna make? Oh my God.
Tyson Fury already said that he's fighting Joshua later next year. That's already in stone. That's gonna happen. So
yeah, another heavyweight bout that's gonna happen in Europe. You get what I'm saying? Just motherfuckers selling wolf tickets, bro.
We got American. Hey, you know what? This is his second time fighting in America. Well, before as an amateur, but this is his second time fighting as a pro in America. We all know what happened the first time, but this ain't gonna be it. This ain't gonna be it.
And I showed these comments earlier, but I want to bring them up again because I didn't get to actually say it when I put them up there. But Toby says Eddie Hearn promoted the first Jake Paul fight on the KSI versus Logan Paul. Again, misfits boxing type bullshit. And insisted it was 3-minute rounds and 10-ounce gloves. So maybe blame Eddie. And that was the blaming Eddie on bringing, Jake Paul to fruition. So Morning Wombat, shout out, brother. We haven't seen you in a while. Please let us know. I know you wanted to get in the Boxing Champs Fight Pick group, so if you still want to, let any of us know up here. Says appreciate the great content from this program. Hard to tell if Paul is just delusional or stupid. His advisors and his team must be total yes men. Of course they are. When you're the money man and you have millions, maybe even closer to he might be close to $1 billion at this point. You're going to tell people what they're going to do, and they're going to say yes, or they're not going to get paid, and they're going to get fired. So it's like, hey, don't work there, I guess. Toby Bartlett says, I think it could go longer than 2 rounds. Jake's going to move for sure, but when AJ does catch him, it's good night. And that's what I'm saying. I agree completely with that.
Make sure you pick KO3 in the league now. Just make sure you please do that.
He wants you to be wrong. That's
the right pick for you. It's the right pick for
you. That's the right pick.
You can do it.
Paul head about to be taken off Friday night. Champ pick KO3 also. Says Paul's upper body looked terrible last night. He must have been at a local Chili's drinking Modelo's. He's in big trouble. Vegas gonna cash in on these idiots betting on Paul. That's facts as well. Vegas stays in business for this reason. Friday night is exactly why Vegas stays. The weekend for sure, because it's not as pumped anymore during the week. Champ says women's boxing has come a long way. The last 10 years, the girls are getting younger and better with their techniques, all natural, and we will see it in the ring soon.
Love it.
AB, I got 10-1 odd. Jake's face will still be fucked up at Christmas.
Hey.
It will.
Bro, I bet you he won't shave that. I'm telling you, it's a Hobbit foot under there, bro. He got a Frodo Baggins foot up under that motherfucker.
Yeah, he's gonna shell up and take a knee. He's gonna shell up. He's gonna get it hit with liver. He's gonna say, "I'm done." I'm telling you.
He got some old expired chitlins stuck behind one of them shit hairs.
You knocked the Hellmans loose.
Head meat back there somewhere.
And then Toby Says Jake's biggest problem for winning this fight is David Hay picked him to win. LOL, and whoever he picks loses.
Man, you know what? Man, Alicia picked him to win. Man, I might have to just pick against her. Hey, y'all, I might pick against Alicia because she said Jake Paul might win this fight. So
she did.
Yeah, she did. It's some fishy stuff going on here. She did an interview where she said that she believes Alicia. I mean, she believes Jake Paul.
Just because he's your boss, I mean, you got a D.
I was going to say, I mean, bro, yeah, I mean, it's just promoter.
Bro, listen, I'm telling you, y'all, save your money. I'm telling you, it's a habit foot in it. Up to no good.
You put your own reputation on the line when you say things like that as a professional.
Come on, man. Yeah.
See, anyway. Man, I'm telling you, man. So this is a robbery. The people down at that in Miami or wherever y'all at, y'all are being robbed. Y'all should demand that my man pass out 1,000 to 2,000 meals. Hand out some Christmas lunch dinners, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go to some kids shelters and do something instead of taking money from them people. Help somebody out and show us that you helping. Make us want to like you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You should be the first fight on the undercard. Maybe that'll bring all the fans in. They can sit there the whole time. Let's do reverse logic on them. You be the first fight on undercard. Everybody shows up to the arena to watch you lose, and they just stay and have an amazing time. Let's try that one out.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody would leave. They'd be pissed off.
Motherfucking Grinch that stole boxing.
Yo, Jake Paul may be the
Grinch. Got a Christmas stocking up under that beard. It's full of dead meat. Oh, expired seafood, bro.
Well, look, if Jake Paul is the Grinch, Papi Chuneo is the antithesis of the Grinch of Christmas. He brings all the joy to this boxing show. We appreciate you. Papi Chuneo, go ahead and sign off and let them know where they can find you at.
Nah, man, you know where y'all can find me. Y'all can find me at the first house that's leaving chopped cheese, Philly cheese, chicken steak. Y'all keep the cookies this year. Just leave your boy a chopped cheese. You feel me? Don't gamble. Don't gamble. You know what I mean? Go find somebody that got a different color than you and hug them. Rescue there's a billion better things you could be doing than watching that Paul for you go rescue an animal. You know what I'm saying? You could write a letter to Netflix and ask them to stop it with this nonsense. I'm just trying to suggest some things that y'all could do positive to influence the world in a better way. But
where will you be spending your Christmas at, my friend?
I'll be spending my Christmas at home with my family and my 5 or 6 Christmas trees and all the Christmas paintings that we did ourselves and hung up. You know what I'm saying? With my puppy dog. And we getting ready to get dressed up and go do a photo shoot with the dog because that's what we do. And
you're not wearing matching costumes.
Chicken cheese steak. Make sure y'all leave that. You know what I mean? Something different this year. You know, I don't want to be a diabetic, but I do want to fuck up a cheese steak.
Are y'all wearing matching sweaters? Is the question to everyone.
Man, what you think?
Oh wow.
We gonna have matching outfits, bro. What's what you supposed to do?
I don't know. I've never been
there. Oh, you must ain't seen Boomerang. I got the mushroom tie. I got the mushroom suit.
You ain't got to coordinate. You ain't got to coordinate. Don't forget what he said in the bathroom. Don't forget what he said in the bathroom or in the kitchen table. Don't get you whip that.
Bang, bang.
Hey Yayo, your YouTube is Papi Chuneo now as well, right?
At Papi Chuneo.
And on Instagram. Cool. Clubber D, what you got, brother?
I'm happy BKFC is coming out with another card, and I'm eager to see this. You got Lorenzo Juggernaut Hunt. Okay, this guy's knocked out everybody. He's caught out Mike Perry. They got the big tournament in BKFC, but he's fighting somebody that I never thought he would fight in the history of fighting. One of the oldest. This man it was made in a lab, like Weapon X, like Wolverine. He's fighting Yoel Romero. And I think it's in February. I cannot wait for that. I cannot wait for that. That is what I need to see. And Yoel Romero's about to wrestle Bo Nickel in the AWF, whatever that wrestling federation they have is, with the pro wrestling. So that's good, or amateur catch wrestling, whatever you want to call it. That's gonna be amazing. So this guy needs to be studied. Yoel Romero, you need to study this man. How he has not missed a beat. This guy wrestled. Who did he wrestle?
That was the Cuban dude that got.
That was the Cuban dude that got
knocked out, right?
Huh?
That was the Cuban dude that got beat by.
You remember knocked out?
Not knocked out, but he got beat by in the title fight.
Romero got Benjamin Button syndrome. He getting younger as he get older.
Like this man, he had close fights with Whitaker in UFC for the belt. He didn't win. Well, the first fight was kind of close, but anyways, this he's like 48 years old. You know what I'm saying, and still doing crazy shit. So shout, they just announced that fight, and also got Ben Rothwell going against Andre Arlovsky, another old schooler for the title fight for BKFC. So I will be tuning into that. I think it's in February. But other than that, tune in tomorrow for all you college football fanatics. We will be making our picks for who is gonna win the national title. Okay, I got my picks. I'm ready, and everybody on that panel. I know you're not watching the show, the people that are gonna be on the panel tomorrow, but have your picks ready because Seattle plays the Rams on Thursday night. I ain't staying all goddamn night. Have it be done because I'll be done. I'm going, or I'm saying my picks and I'm out. So have your shit ready. So tomorrow we're doing our picks, 7:00 Eastern Standard Time. Tune in, Ball and Buds. It's your man Clubber D. Add me on YouTube, Clubber D. I'm out.
Yes, sir. And yeah, as was mentioned, just to let everybody know, Yoel Romero was actually born in 1977, so he's 48 right now out of Cuba, 16 and 7 there. So hey, shout out to all the old people still fighting. That is amazing to fight at that age. But yeah, just like Clubber D said, make sure you subscribe to Ball and Buds, BALLANDBUDS on YouTube. Follow on Instagram. We go live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And you don't want to miss tomorrow night's show. Again, we're going to go through all of the college football playoff and give you all of our bracket predictions. We might even have a wager game on there. We still got to figure that out. Canteen may join us, so it might be a crazy show, but it's going to be cool and it's going to be fun. So catch us for college football talk tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, because we need that hour and 15 before the NFL game, as was mentioned. 7:15 Eastern tomorrow night at Ball and Buds. Other than that, make sure you also tap in with 86 Boxing. Josh does a great job, boxing historian. He's actually out networking tonight at an event, so salute to him. And as well, Skywalker Boxing Media. Skywalker is training his kids tonight for their boxing fight this week. We wish them the best and good luck. You can find him at Skywalker Boxing Media on Instagram and Skywalker Boxeo on Facebook. As well, Ball and Buds has a handy QR code over there at the right. Scan that for all of our social media. Please hit that like button if you're still watching. It definitely helps all of us out. And until next year in 2026, when we see you again, make sure you hit us up about the Boxing Champs group. If you want to get in, we'll get you with Champ Ross, and we will see you in 2026. Holla.
Ready to form Voltron. Activate interlock. Mega thrusters are go. Let's go!
Yeah, motive is be what the fuck they told us we couldn't be. But know that there's polices that's dumping off at the look of me. The mechanics had them wide like tucking a rat and hammer up in the back of the radio. Where all of my latest go. Still running to the pay. Jesse Owens shit. Metals get the swinging, so it's these you gotta go against.
These you gotta go against. G-spitting common sense. Suffering succotash. The speed seem innocent. Power in the land, suckers in for rands, causing scuffs and incidents. Street professor jab, hook, jab, uppercut, arm, leg, arm, head, dawn, bread, fat lady, a song red, total blackout, meth red, none better. Sports professor, boxing champs, KOs, and aviators. And the new boxing champions of the world. Clubber D, 86 Boxing, Skywalker Boxing Media, Papi Chuyeyo, and the Sports Professor featuring Sky Zoo and Anno Domini Productions. Let's get it on, baby.
Make sure. We have some motherfuckers lurking in the chat, bro. Oh, I can't hear it.
Come on. Come on, dude. All right.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, no, they were. My bad. I didn't know it was me. They were definitely lurking in the chat, bro. Got a lot.
There was at least 4 people from the picking group in there.
Oh yeah, at least 4.
I got Baumgarten at KO7.
Oh, do you really?
I do on my paper. That's what I have. KO7 for Baumgartner. I think
Nice.
she's gonna old girl gonna get tired about 5, and she gonna catch her. So
yeah, no doubt.
KO7.
All right, I gotta change it on there then.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm letting you know that's what I got on my paper. Then you'll see it when they actually drop the picks. When he actually puts the picks on there, you'll see what I actually picked. But I had to do that because I've seen some people on there lurking. I'm not trying to, bro. It's tight at the top. I'm one good pick away from, you know what I'm saying? If I hit 2 picks,
get in with some reverse psychology.
I'm trying to win, bro. I'm trying to win. That's what I'm in. That's what I'm in the league for. Yeah, KO7, baby.
All right, cool. All right, brother. Well, hey, I appreciate it. I go catching my mom. So she's at the casino. I'm on a cruise right now.